Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about leadership in the age of AI. So, before starting, I would like to give a brief introduction about what I do and what my profile is all about. I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So, I am a growth and a peak performance coach for professionals and business owners. I am an international keynote speaker, advisor to startups, SMEs, and MSMEs. I'm also a TEDx curator lead and advisor, LinkedIn top voice, and a product strategist from IIM Kozhikode. Well, with around 2 decades of experience in two diverse sectors, including digital health, FMCG, healthcare, and edutech, I've coached over 30,000 professionals and students and 5,000 entrepreneurs globally. And as the founder of the Powerpreneur, which is my organization, we empower individuals and businesses to scale, innovate, and create lasting impact. Now, my expertise spans into business growth, sales strategy, leadership development, and personal mastery. So I'm super excited to be here because the agenda is pretty interesting this time. It's about understanding the shift from traditional leadership to AI era orchestration, distinguishing between what AI can do with what only human leaders can provide, recognize essential leadership core assets for AI era, learn how a coaching mindset drives engagement and innovation, discover how transparency build trust during AI driven change, and commit to leading with confidence by leveraging human strengths, not competing with AI. So let's get started. Leadership in the age of AI, adapt, innovate, and lead with confidence. So, I'm super excited to be here today to talk about this topic because this is how we work, how we lead, and how we grow. So, over the next 30 minutes, because I understand the time has, we have only 30 minutes in hand. So, we will be unpacking what it truly means to lead when intelligence systems are no longer tools, but are active participants in how organizations operate. I could see that, the last session that you guys were attending is truly technical, and I could understand the nitty-gritties and the coding and things happening there. But I would like to tell you here that this won't be a technical talk. My talk is not technical. It is not about coding or about data models. It is about our mindset, our behavior, and our influence. Now you'll see that how soft skills, which many once dismissed as secondary traits or secondary attributes to have become the primary currency for the modern day leadership. Now, skills like empathy, curiosity, trust building are no longer just nice to have these days. They have become mission critical. So, let's begin with a small question out here that is taking you straight to the heart of the topic. That is, if artificial intelligence can answer questions, offer insights, and even simulate empathy, then what is the uniqueness a human leader can bring about? Well, you know what? I actually had this question with, one of my friend who happens to be a business leader at APAC, like handling APAC clients. And what he actually mentioned that what happens to leadership when the machine becomes smarter than the leader? Well, the answer was there in the conversation itself. It was like, AI can analyze, but it cannot empathize. We know that, right? And it can detect patterns, but it cannot understand the purpose. Now, this is exactly the essence of human leadership in the world of AI. It's not about competing with the AI speed or computing abilities. It's more about amplifying what only humans can offer, which is judgment, compassion, and meaning. Now, before talking about what the leadership type should be, what type of or what styles you should adapt, I would like you to run through this, evolution of leadership. You know what? Leadership has always, evolved alongside technology. In the industrial era, we led through command and control. So it was more about hierarchy. It was more about, grit. It was more about efficiency driven rigidity and things. Then came the digital era where it was more about collaboration, agility, and flatter organization. Well, surprisingly, AI driven era is more about how decisions are made. wherein leaders becomes orchestrators. As one of my tech buddy told me, that we are no longer actually solving problems. We are actually enabling others to perform well while managing platforms compliance and business impact. So the whole idea of leadership has completely changed, is what I can see. And like, I'm sure like you must have observed this. The modern leader is a conductor. They bring together human skills, digital capabilities, and organizational purpose all together on one harmonious performance. So it is more about a orchestra all together put together so that a nice symphony can be enjoyed. So that is what, if you want to put it into a poetic language, that is what new days leadership is all about. Now we all know that AI can do amazing thing, right? All the AI enthusiasts, like including me, we know that AI is just amazing. AI is just brilliant at what it does. It has massive, even if we give it massive amount of data, it can identify patterns, generate content in just seconds. Now it can improve efficiency and reduce error, but there are limitations also, right? AI strengths are like speed, scalability, memory, prediction, and all those things. But there is something that is limiting for machines too, and that is the human edge. As we know that human strength is about empathy, ethics, creativity, accountability. I was talking to this one leader belonging to a fintech group. They mentioned that there are this they were using this AI tools which help them in auto correcting the codes, and it would provide them with the suggestions. I'm sure like you guys also must be using such tools to identify the code errors and things. But also they would ask the developers to always validate the results. I'm sure like you would be knowing why, right? Because the context matters, the ethics matters, and at the end of the day, the stakeholders responsible for the project, the impact also matters for them. Now, these are the nuances that AI can't grasp. And that's where the human edge comes in. So, our responsibility isn't about matching AI's computational ability, rather than it's about bringing that intentionality, about that judgment, or, to every decision that AI informs. So, I was having this conversation with this leader, senior leader again, like, into fintech group, and they mentioned that, we don't blindly follow what AI is giving us. It is always we actually have the leadership thought process going behind that. The AI results cannot be a complete outcome or can be the final result as such. So yes, AI definitely needs humans. Now, bringing you to the most important part of today's session, that is what you need. What is that you need to have as a leader to thrive in this AI world, or to be seen in this AI world and thrive and grow. So let me, introduce you to all these things. But before that, I would like you to understand a small story, or or actually an anecdote that I, discussed with one of my friend who happens to be a AI leader. So, what happened was, this AI leader was guiding their team, and there was this project that was happening. So they found that the people or the junior developers were pretty anxious to adapt to the new systems. And when the leader had one-on-one sessions with them, try to understand what exactly is going wrong, and probably what exactly is needed from the leader standpoint, or what exactly is probably giving them that jitters, or making them afraid to adapt the new system, the empathy side of the leader was revealed. Then the adaptability was was revealed, because as the leader started with active listening, the people or the employees tried to open up. They identified that yes, this is a problem area probably that they needed answer with, and that's how they adapted to the system. Later on, since the leader was curious about asking by curious by asking them more better question, open ended questions, the uncertain about the uncertain situations, he could understand the entire picture of the employee, and this developed the curiosity in the leader. Along with that, the choices that was made by the leader was always ethically driven. So it was not about the outcome, it was more about how the people feel safe in the environment while providing the output. Along with that, the leader also used storytelling techniques. Now, how it was tagged along was actually providing logic to the, to the true meaning of doing all these things. So what he did was he actually connected the business mission and the AI outcomes together and weaved it in a way so that the people could relate to it. So that's how they utilize the storytelling techniques. Along with that, even when there was, technical snags that were occurring, resilience helped the team to stay ahead. Now, while there was also a problem that he mentioned occurred, that there was some data governance issue that happened during the same project. What he did was the he had to actually pause the project, resolve the issue, and then get back to action. So somewhere the integrity of the leader also came into picture. While all this was happening, the people or the employees or the team members were actually looking at the leader, that how he is handling the situation, and that's what actually empowers the employees, that yes, the leader is with them and is actually able to support the employees. So these are some of the traits or core assets that a leader should have in this AI era. Along with that, something that really struck me was coaching over controlling. The previous era spoke more about controlling. These days, leaders need to be active listeners, be coaches, mentors towards their people, rather than being controlling or just giving task or delegating the task. It's more about being empathetic and more about being human in this AI era. So while the leaders are navigating, I mean, I'm sure like it is difficult for the leaders as well to navigate this new landscape. It is also important for them to support the team, to understand the team, and then people will felt heard, ownership will grow. And it is not about being the loudest voice in the room, it is about being the most asking the most powerful question that will help the coaching mindset to open up, because it's more about developing that growth mindset rather than actually getting the task done. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be felt manipulated or used. It is more about how a person feels, or how the person is dealt with at the end of the day, and that's what true leadership is. So coaching mindset is something which is very much important. Along with that, the most important part is trust and transparency. So, excuse me. So trust is a new performance indicator these days. I mean, I'm like, I've been teaching leadership for quite some time now, and we never spoke, we don't give that much emphasis until now, but it has become of paramount importance these days, that trust is a new performance indicator for the AI era of leadership. It is essential because I would like to give you one more story here, that which is one of a sobering story. There was this company which, I'm sorry I can't give out the names, but there's this company which promised that there will be no layoffs, right? Because most of the people have this problem, that, or find this issue that yes, AI can take away their jobs. So there was this company which mentioned that there will be no layoffs, and only to cut teams weeks later. Now, if you see the damage, it's not about the morale, right? It is, but about the trust, which cannot be weaved back. It is not like rebuilding, a code or a process. It's you are dealing with human emotions, right? So it's a common misconception that being transparent or being to develop the trust, you need to give out all the information as soon as possible, or as far as you have availability of. Now, in reality, transparency is about building trust through intentions, consistency, and clarity. It's not about giving out the information overload. I've like spoken to many leaders out there who say that, oh, we believe in transparency, but we cannot give out all the information. Yes, agreed, you cannot give out all the information, but it's all about being honest when you can't give answers. Now, during times of AI driven transformation, such as, maybe you are having an automation rollout, or you have an organization restructuring happening, or ethical concerns around the data, leaders, what they can do is they can encounter this uncertainty, of course, by being transparent and saying that, yeah, we're still working on this, but I don't have a clear picture of this. But yes, definitely, we will share what we can. And this honest demonstration actually helps your team to develop that psychological safety. Okay. And along with that, the people also feel that they are treated in a much mature and respectful manner. So it's all about, uh, like treating your employees in a fair manner. Employees don't expect, perfection. It is more about fairness. When leaders sugarcoat or, deflect or delay uncomfortable truths, what they exactly are doing is they are risking, right? They are risking this entire thing of humanity from this. So it's more important that people can handle change, but what more importantly needs to be taken care of is like you respect their emotions and respect their maturity and intelligence. So that is what will keep you evolving in the business. And yes, you know, AI is the best assistant that you can have. Leaders need to define the vision. So, I was reading this report recently published by Infosys, wherein it said that, the employees, this change of entire AI is happening from an employee centric point of view more than leader centric, because leaders probably are a little apprehensive, but employees aren't. So somewhere the productivity is also increased drastically, but somewhere the vision or the purpose driven approach is pretty much needed in these days. So which can be brought out definitely with, yes, taking care of the regulatory things, regulatory affairs, and all those things into consideration, and developing a purpose driven approach for leaders. When that is happening, the AI is the best assistant that one can have. And last but not the least, I would like to end my session today on this note that AI may optimize a path, but only you can choose where you are going. AI may analyze the sentiment, but only you can feel the responsibility and the ownership and the accountability that needs to be there. And in short, AI cannot lead. Okay, so none of our jobs are going away. It is all about how we can leverage AI and make it our best buddy to be. And so it is more about adapt with curiosity, innovate with ethics, and lead with deep human confidence. That is what is exactly needed in this era of AI, artificial intelligence. So, yes, thank you very much. This is what I had to say about leadership in AI. And any questions you guys have, please, I'm here to answer.
All right. So firstly, thank you very much,